All right, it's no surprise that after a very dry and warm winter, we are in a drought. Let's be real. In situations like this, we can all do our part to help save water and reduce our usage. And I'm going to tell you how. Actually, Greg Fisher, the manager of demand planning and efficiency at Denver Water, is going to show us how. He's going to join me and show us some tips. Hi there.
Hi, thanks for having me, Tori.
Thank you for being here. We desperately need you. Greg, break it down for us. What it goes into determining if we're in a drought or not. I spent 10 years in LA and it was like very obvious.
Yes, and I think it's obvious for us
Yeah.
this year. So a lot of it is the snow. Most of the water we use and get comes from the snow.
Is that right?
Yep, and then it runs off into our reservoirs. We save that for water use all year round. So
We had so little.
yeah, it became really obvious to us, and you keep hoping that you're going to get these amazing spring storms that are going to bail you out. Not this year, and it's some of the worst we've ever seen.
Yeah, it was like record breaking.
Yes.
All the skiers were like on dirt, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So we are in a stage 1 drought. What
We
does
are.
that mean?
So it's really our first stage of mandatory restrictions.
Okay.
So we're asking people to limit their watering of their lawns. Start with your lawns if you're
Okay.
looking to
That's
save
the number
20%. Yeah, so limiting that to 2 days per week. A lot of people will water 3 days per week or more. So if you cut that back to 2, you're really on the right track for saving water this summer.
Got it. So that's a really good tip. Tell me more about reduce by 20% and what we can do.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do, there are a couple things we're trying to do. We're trying to protect the investments we've all made in our landscapes and our trees and economic vitality. So we're thinking about the long term. If drought persists, this is why we need to save water. So we're trying to keep as much water as we can in our reservoirs this year. So that's why we're asking people to save 20%. We know that if you reduce a little bit, you can keep your lawns alive. We are hopefully not disrupting your lives too much,
Right.
But you can still save a lot of water. If you think about it, just a few things here and there every day.
They add up.
They really do.
exponentially. Yeah,
They do.
especially if we all do this. What are some other ways we can cut back? So the lawn we talked about. What about some other ways?
Some very simple things. So do full loads of laundry.
Oh, smart.
Same thing with the dishwasher. The one trick that I always think about for myself is if you can use your faucet 5 minutes fewer per day. We on
They're
average
letting
use
people
about
run it,
yeah. And think about when you're washing dishes. If you can turn it off while you're washing dishes, it adds up. In fact, if every one of our customers reduced their faucet use by 1 minute per day, that's 2 million gallons per day that we're saving.
Wow.
So it really does add up.
Oh my gosh. And that's so smart about a full dishwasher. So, just running it when it's like one plate or something like that.
Right.
Okay, this is huge. In the event that we do have rain, let's all do the
Yes.
rain dance. How soon should we water after a storm?
It depends on the conditions, but I think in general, take a day off. So if you get 2 days per week, take one of your days off after it's rained.
Okay.
Let the natural rain do its thing for our lawns, and that's all we're asking. If it's cool for the rest of the week, maybe you could take 2 days off, but it really depends on the conditions that we're seeing.
But at least take 1 day off so
Yes.
that we're saving some water.
Yes.
And this is for all of us to do. A lot of people plant. I was a gardener, perennial cut garden.
Yeah.
It looks so great, but I'm like, oh my gosh, the water I'm using. What can we do? What should we know about for watering our gardens or plants?
The best thing you can do is install a drip irrigation system. I'm actually doing that right now. So just getting the water right where the plants need it so you
Yes.
don't have to spray.
You're doing this,
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
so you can water in vegetable gardens, you can water every day. Particularly with the drip system, you're putting so little water
Yes.
on there. You're saving water, but still keeping a great garden.
Yeah, that's important. New sod.
Yes.
Sounds like a band name. But what do we do with that? Because people have to water that a lot.
We are giving variances. So in a stage 1, you're still allowed to put in new sod.
Okay.
We're really pushing native grasses,
Got it.
really well adapted to Colorado climate and perpetual droughts that we seem to be in. But you can water new seed and sod we will give you an exemption for 21 days so that you can water that every day just so it takes
comes
root.
in.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. This is such vital information. To learn more about watering restrictions or ways to conserve water, I want you to check out denverwater.org/conserve. Thank you for this. We all have to do our part, guys.